Hey, I wanted to take a look at crude futures here. There's several things to point out. First of all, let's focus on the upper portion of this chart of crude futures. By the way, we are looking at a 1 year daily chart. So, 1 year daily chart. First thing to point out is we have a very strong uptrend here intact on the 1 year chart, and you can see it recently broke this downside action, which resulted in a break of the 1 year uptrend support line. Took place on strong volume, and it actually has created a bear flag here. So we've got a bear flag move starting at around 86, and the flagpole stopped at around 74. So we're talking about 12 points there to the downside as far as our flagpole, which means that a 12-point move from the 74 level could result in a target price of 62. So, we could see a drop of 62 based on this bear flag. So, a couple bearish things we just pointed out there: a break of uptrend support line and the formation of this bear flag. We haven't seen a confirmation to the downside, but we're getting somewhat of a confirmation here today. It opened with a push below the 75 psychological support level, but it's more important to see a close below that 75 support level, so I'm not writing it off just yet. Second thing to mention, we do have some nice support here. This blue line represents the support I'm referring to, and the support is right around 72.75, so approximately 72.75 short-term support level, where we had some previous resistance here in crude futures. Now if we go down here to the stochastics, you can see we recently had a lower high, and these lower highs correlate with these pretty much even highs. So we had equal price points here, but lower highs in the slow stochastic. That's a moderately bearish functional indicator, so a signal that we may see a little bit downside. Some bullish things to mention here are the stochastics are pointing out a fairly oversold situation here. We've got the slow stochastics at a level where we've seen previous support right around 1 to 5 level, and we do have a pretty large divergence here between the speed line and the slow line. And if you go down here to MACD, you can see we are actually breaking previous support level. We tend to see a lot of support here at -2, and today we saw a print of about -2.15, which that's pretty significant because these previous areas is bounced right off that -2 level. We haven't really seen a push below that -2, so that's a fairly bearish signal indicating that we may see continued downside here in MACD regardless of the divergence and the potential support here. So all in all, it looks bearish here for crude futures. I'm anticipating a push down to around the 70 range, and we'll reevaluate from that level. I'm currently not short anything just yet, but I do intend to short if I see a close below 75. The things that make me nervous primarily are the support here in MACD. That's a bit of a bullish type situation. It did break below that previous support of -2, but that doesn't mean that it won't bounce off here from today. We are seeing some bullish activity in crude as I speak, so we may get a nice recovery. So the important thing to look for is a close below 75, some continuation to the downside for a flag break confirmation, and you do need some nice volume on that break. So I intend to short here if I get those signals. For now, I'm just watching very closely and anticipating bearish activity.